They're pretty good kids and they're active members of society and they're engaged and they're happy. I think that's saying a lot. It's tough.
Delilah and Jesse's father is going through a rough time too.
I was up. I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses.
People are noticing that Kimora Lee Simmons isn't keeping quiet when it comes to Quincy Combs and the way he's been acting, especially in connection to Diddy and the late Kim Porter. Kimora has always been protective of Kim's legacy, and it looks like she's still holding firm to that, even if it puts her at odds with Kim's own son. Ever since Diddy's federal troubles became public, Quincy has been vocal in his support for him. That hasn't sat well with many people online. His stance is making some feel uneasy, especially considering the serious claims about how Diddy may have treated Kim. Diddy didn't raise Quincy from the beginning, but the two always had a close relationship. Now, that closeness is starting to create conflict and stir up major concerns.
And we flew to North Carolina. So later on I think that afternoon, same day, this rapper and him, they all in the room together. You know, it's Sarah, the girl, Puff, and this dude, this rapper. So I'm hearing at the door and stuff like that, like, yeah, so then next thing you know, somebody rang the doorbell. We had the presidential suite where we was at. So I opened the door and the dude said, yo, I'm here for my cousin. I said, who your cousin? And he said, Ja Rule. I said, well, he busy right now. He said, he busy doing what? I said, he with Puff, they're in the room, they busy, they don't want to be bothered. He said, well, I'm going in there. I said, bruh, you ain't going in there because he told me they don't want nobody to be bothering them. He was like, yo, I don't care, man, I'm going in there. That boot like that. I said, yo, bruh, Jesus Christ had to come down here and take the air out of my body before you get in that room right there. Watch. He tried to bum rush me. I grabbed him and threw him against the piano. When I threw him into the piano, Puff and Ja Rule runs out the room.
Fans aren't just frustrated with Quincy for not speaking up, they're accusing him of disrespecting Kim Porter's memory. Many believe he's gone too far, and now people are saying Kimora Lee Simmons has reached her breaking point. She's reportedly angry over claims that Quincy has been spreading lies about Kim while trying to defend Diddy. That brings up some tough questions. What exactly did Quincy say that made Kimora so angry? And does she now believe Diddy had something to do with Kim Porter's death? What was once a quiet family issue is now out in the open, turning into a public conversation that shows things behind closed doors are far from calm. The pressure is rising, and everyone's waiting for someone to finally address it. Kimora already had long-standing problems with Diddy, which adds to why she's upset with Quincy now. Her loyalty to Kim Porter has always been strong, and her opinion of Diddy isn't based on gossip. Several sources say Kimora saw firsthand how Diddy treated Kim, including his cheating and emotional abuse things people close to the couple were already aware of. One moment stands out more than the rest. Reports say Diddy almost attacked Kimora during a heated argument while she was pregnant. The incident caught media attention, and Kimora later confirmed it herself, calling him out and reminding everyone she was expecting at the time. That moment shaped her view of him permanently. Her opinion hasn't changed since. When Cassie sued Diddy in 2023, Kimora didn't ignore it. She posted a short but meaningful message. As you sow, so shall you reap. Her words suggested she knew more than she was revealing, and her support for Cassie was obvious. Once Cassie's case was settled, Kimora shared an old photo of Kim Porter filled with heart emojis. In the caption, she praised women who stand by each other, leaving no doubt about where she stands.
I would like to use that as, just to clear the facts up what's going on. But it all started, we was in Atlanta. And this story starts when I'm with Puff and he's in exotic bookstores and he's doing shopping, right? He's shopping, getting his stuff and everything like that. So, you know, this is the first time I was ever in an exotic bookstore with Puff. So, you know, I'm giving him his space. He's taking things off the shelves and stuff like that, because they gave him a brown paper bag. When they gave him a brown paper bag, he was just putting stuff in there. So I said, damn, you know, he got to go put it on the counter and, you know, show everybody what he's getting. So as he going, I'm just looking at the places where he picking stuff from. So there's one part he picked up some things from up here on my left side. And then he picked like quite a few of them down. I'm like, okay. He put them in the bag. So when I went by there and I looked up there and it said butt plugs.
Hands up if you want in, Kimora posted. If enough people join, we're definitely getting jackets. Her words connected with a lot of people and made her a symbol of strength, especially for women whose voices often go unheard. But shortly after that post, something alarming happened. Kimora's house caught fire. Luckily, she and her kids were safe, and she later thanked the emergency responders who helped them, even though no one officially linked the fire to her post. The internet blew up with speculation. The timing felt too strange to ignore, and it sparked all kinds of theories. For Kimora, this wasn't just a scary incident. It was personal. It only strengthened her reason for not staying silent about Quincy's support for Diddy, especially if that meant disrespecting Kim Porter's memory. People online quickly started connecting the dots. Some even suggested Diddy could have been behind the fire. It sounded extreme, but others pointed to the past, like the claim that Diddy once had Kid Cudi's car blown up after issues with Cassie. With that kind of history, it wasn't shocking that people became suspicious. Still, through everything, Kimora didn't cut ties with Diddy's kids. When his twin daughters went to prom in 2024, Kimora proudly posted a photo. Her message was, "Full of love, prom 2024. I'm so proud of you, my babies. I love you always and will protect you with everything I have." It was a sweet moment that showed how close she still is to Kim Porter's daughters. But people noticed something missing. Quincy wasn't mentioned. He didn't get a tag or a word of support. Some argued that Quincy's older and doesn't need that kind of attention. Others close to the situation believed the silence was intentional. People in the industry say Kimora feels Quincy is turning his back on Kim Porter's memory by standing with Diddy. It's not just gossip, it comes down to Quincy's choices. When Kim ended things with Diddy in 2007, Quincy was about 16 and old enough to see what was going on. Reports say there were incidents of emotional abuse and even physical violence, including one where Kim reportedly had a broken nose. Despite being around for all that, Quincy continues to support Diddy, even while Diddy faces serious accusations from multiple women. Some think it's about staying connected to Diddy's wealth and influence. Others believe it's emotional. Quincy has always said Diddy played a major role in raising him. In an open letter, Quincy wrote, "Albert Brown, also known as Al B. Sure, is my biological father. But Sean Combs, also known as Diddy, has been a father figure for as long as I can remember." That hit hard for people close to Kim Porter. The timing right when Diddy's name was everywhere in the news made it worse. To them, Quincy's message wasn't just about family. It felt like he was helping bury Kim's truth. He praised Diddy further, writing, "Sean Combs is someone I look up to. He helped shape me and I'll always love and respect him." To many, those words were difficult to accept under the circumstances. He even took a swipe at Al B. Sure, saying, "The spitting image is all I've taken from him." Not long after, cameras caught Diddy's sons walking out of court during his trial, while Al B. Sure reportedly attended nearly every day. That contrast got people talking. Then came the statement from Diddy's kids, pushing back on rumors that Diddy had anything to do with Kim Porter's death. It seemed like it came from all the children, including Quincy. But some whispered Quincy was the one who led it. The statement read, "We've seen so many false and hurtful rumors about our parents, Kim Porter and Sean Combs, and about our mom's tragic passing. The claim that she wrote a book isn't true. She didn't. Anyone saying they have a manuscript is lying." To some, it sounded like PR damage control, but to Kimora and others who were close to Kim, it felt like betrayal. Sources say Kim was devastated. She reportedly believes Diddy knows more about Kim's death than he's saying, and now Quincy was helping silence her story. Fans began picking apart the statement and even questioned whether the twins really supported it, or if they were pressured to go along.
I was messing with him because people don't understand, we was like friends. He was a part of the same gang, so I'm still gonna tease him. I'm still gonna mess with him and everything like that. I could do that. It wasn't just no security thing. So I say, "Yo, what are you getting this for?" And it said butt plugs, and he was like, "Yo, can I do my shopping by myself?" I said, "Yeah, you could do it by yourself, brother." And he started walking and everything like that. When he got I just waited at the counter. So when he got to the counter, he didn't even have to show the guy nothing. He just gave the guy a wad of money. I mean, like he gave the guy a stack, something like this. And Puff wasn't the dude to carry no 20s and no 50s and nothing like that. And I mean, like, he just said, boom. And we walked out the store. So we had to leave Atlanta and go to North Carolina for a show. You understand? And it was him, this rapper, Sarah, and this other girl. We all got on a G5 jet, and we flew to G4.
Some believe the twins didn't fully agree with the public statement. Many think they just followed Quincy's lead. For Kimora Lee Simmons, who has always fiercely protected Kim Porter's memory, that idea was heartbreaking to her hand. Many others, it looked like the one person who should be defending Kim was now protecting the man she once feared. The letter, signed by Quincy, Christian, Jesse, and Delilah, aimed to shut down the rumors. But instead of bringing peace, it caused more division. It opened by warning that anyone claiming to speak for Kim wasn't truly her friend. It said the pain of losing her was unbearable and there was no foul play in her death. It ended by asking people to respect Kim's memory so she could rest in peace, though it seemed like a tribute. Others saw it as a move to protect Diddy. Sources claim Quincy led the statement and pushed the others to go along with it. Kimora was reportedly devastated. She believed it erased real questions about Kim's death and silenced anyone trying to uncover the truth. While the letter spoke about grief, many fans saw it as a cover-up. In today's world, silence or carefully worded statements can be seen as choosing a side. Quincy, once seen as someone who honored Kim, is now being criticized for defending Diddy instead of seeking answers. Old clips of Kim Porter hinting at struggles in her past relationships are being fans feel Quincy, who lived in that house and saw what happened, should be demanding answers, not defending Diddy. The situation has caused a growing rift between him and Kimora, who has reportedly cut off all contact with Quincy while still supporting Christian and the twins. Industry insiders also say Quincy is losing support. While no official announcements have been made, some brands and professionals are backing away from him quietly. His connection to Diddy, especially now, is starting to make him look like a risk. It's not just about loyalty anymore, it's about how that loyalty is seen. Quincy may believe he's standing up for family, but many feel he's turning his back on the woman who raised him. For Kimora, that's not something she can forgive. Reports suggest she may have tried to speak with Quincy privately about Kim's final years, but he didn't want to listen. He's also reportedly cut off contact with his biological father, Al B. Shore, who has made several public attempts to reconnect. Al B. Shore even posted a message to Quincy, "Letter to my son, come home. The door is wide open. You're safe here. I love you, Pops. Your biological still." Quincy hasn't replied. Despite all the lawsuits, the scandals, and the growing backlash, Quincy remains loyal to Diddy. People are asking why. Is it about money? Is it for the sake of his sisters? Or has he been emotionally conditioned to stay close? Some say Quincy's loyalty might be the result of long-term manipulation meant to keep him isolated and compliant. As Diddy's legal problems grow, the people around him are being pushed to their limits. This isn't just about what Diddy did, it's about who stood by him and stayed quiet. Quincy's silence might not last forever. The truth could change everything. What's your take? Is Quincy acting out of love, loyalty, or something deeper? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more updates. And if you're following this story, check out the next video.